Hey friends, welcome back. I am Jason Salyer, and there's a lot of crazy stuff going on around the world right now. There's elevated prices on everything. Everything costs more. I don't think that's any news to anybody. People are threatening wars and nuclear catastrophes, and all kinds of crazy stuff is happening right now. And you know, I don't have a lot of energy in my life. I don't have a lot of energy in my day to worry about these types of things. I don't have a lot of time to invest in all of this, because if you're just doing, it doesn't change anything. If you're just doing what you should be doing anyway, if you are prepared in the way that you should be prepared, if you're putting away some foods for some tough times, if you're squaring away your home to make sure that it is as independent and self-reliant from the grid as possible, which you should be doing anyway, you should just be doing all this stuff anyway. It's just common sense. This nice, easy, cushy, relaxed life, climate-controlled life that we have is very, very fragile. And if you don't think so, just look at history. At any point in history, things are only good for so long. Stuff never lasts that long. So I don't see the need in you know, so a lot of people think that I should pay more attention to the world economic forums and news and things that are going on around the planet, but I just don't care, because I'm doing what I should be doing anyway. I'm living the life that I should live, regardless of what's happening around the world, regardless of the things that are out of my control. So I just want to encourage you guys to do the same. I want you to live the good life. Do good things. Be kind to your neighbors. Be generous. Give as much as you can give. Square your home away. Take care of your families. Put some foodstuffs away. Don't freak out and spend your life savings, but just start making that happen. Perhaps the good thing about a lot of this craziness that's going on around the world is that people will open their eyes a little bit to the fragility of life. Maybe people will start, you know, investing in alternative ways to heat their homes if you live in a climate that requires that. Wood stoves and things of that nature. Maybe you'll, instead of just buying exactly the right amount of food that you need to survive for the week at the grocery store, you'll buy a little bit extra each time and put away some canned goods. Maybe people will just be a little bit more aware, and because the more prepared the people are in your community, the less desperate people will be, and the less problems will occur. If you're surrounded by people and you encourage the people around you to be prepared, and they listen, which is, I guess, easier said than done, then they're going to be a lot less desperate and cause a lot less problems, a lot less crime in the area and that kind of thing. I have a ton of videos. I'm not just saying I'm the only source out there. I'm definitely not. There's a lot of really, really good sources of information out there on what to do and how to get prepared for hardship, for tough times that may come, that will come. Maybe not in our lifetime. We don't know. That's the thing. We don't know. We don't know the date in which these things will happen. Hopefully it doesn't happen in our lifetime, but one day it will. That's inevitable. So I have tons of videos out there. Search back through all my videos and see if you can get some information that's required. If you have questions, be happy to answer them in comments. So ask away. I've had people in the recent history ask me, like, you know, about bugging out. You know, like, what do you want to put in your bug out bag and all that stuff. And that's like worst case scenario. I mean, that is, if you've got to bail out with a backpack from your house, I mean, that is, you're in a lot of trouble. You need to have a designated place to go, and that's going to be really, really tough. So otherwise you're just going to be a refugee, and that's a pretty miserable existence. If you live in a condo in Atlanta or a apartment complex in New York, that's going to be a tough go. I don't know. I don't have all the answers for that. If those cities should implode upon themselves, let's hope they don't. I mean, I'm going to pray every day that they don't, but that's going to be tough. And I do not have all the answers for you. But you could still set aside some preparations. You can still do everything that you can. If you're doing everything that you can, just like life, if you're doing everything you can to live the good life, that's all you can do. You know, there's nothing else anyone can ask from you. I mean, there are things that are out of our control. There are literally evil people. There are evil forces in the world that are plotting against us, and I think that it's upsetting, because it doesn't have to be that way, you know. And we do need to fight back against that stuff. I think that goes without being said. You don't just let yourself be pushed around. That's not an option. Fight back when necessary. But Don't be so angry at the uncontrollable events in the world that you can't enjoy what's around you. Look outside. I mean, the sky is blue, the birds are chirping, the water's warm, go for a swim. Life is pretty good. If everybody would just friggin' relax, a lot of these problems would just eliminate themselves. Life is it's a pretty good place. The world is a pretty awesome place. But anyway, my dog is running away. Thanks so much for watching. Leave comments, ask lots of questions. I'll see you on the next video.